Hello, this is Kelly Alvarado reporting from Spokane, Washington, in regards to the future projections of a community college, Spokane Community College, in preparation for History of Higher Education in the winter quarter of 2017. Our agenda today, we will discuss an overview of Spokane Community College. And as we talk about the future of Spokane Community College, I broke it up into two different areas. Short-term goals, looking within the next 5 to 10 years of areas that they should focus on, and long-term goals, looking at 20 to 20 years, what Spokane Community College should be focusing on. Within our short-term goals, the major areas are going to be technology implementation, facilities and equipment maintenance, diversity, inclusion, and equity. For our long-term goals, we will be discussing role of higher education and economic context. Let's begin with an overview of Spokane Community College. Here are the fast facts about Spokane Community College. The institution was founded in 1963. Spokane Community College is part of the Community Colleges of Spokane, which make up District 17 in Washington State. Spokane Community College, Spokane Falls Community College, and 6 rural education sites make up the district. 12,300 square miles are covered within the district in eastern Washington. Spokane Community College is accredited by the Northwest Commission of Colleges and Universities and is governed by Washington State Board for Community and Technical Colleges. This is one of my favorite quotes and what I'm using as the context of putting together this presentation. He or she or they who fails to plan is planning to fail. The hope is that this presentation is looking with the context of planning what are those areas that the institution should be focusing on within the next 5 to 20 years. Let's begin with our short-term goals, looking within the next 5 to 10 years of planning. Technology implementation has been one of the key areas that Spokane Community College has been focusing on within the last 5 years. In my review of research and the direction of Spokane Community College, I think this is an area that the institution will continue to need to start planning for within the next 5 to 10 years. Currently, the institution is dealing with major issues with the implementation of CTC Link. This software would allow for all 34 community colleges within Washington State to be able to communicate in regards to areas of financial aid, staff and faculty, salaries, budgets, academic registration, and other areas that will be replacing the software currently used, which is legacy. Spokane Community College has already faced over $500,000 worth of unforeseen expenses due to the implementation of this software. As a plan of action over the next 5 to 10 years, I think that Spokane Community College should be focusing on public relations and brand management. Unfortunately, due to all of the issues that students, staff, and faculty experience as a part of this implementation, they have experienced a lot of negative impacts that will continue to be talked about throughout the institution for the next 5 to 10 years. The institution needs to be able to work from a crisis management standpoint and ensure that staff, faculty, students, and community members know that the institution is working its best to provide the best technology available for a seamless student experience, as well as being able to do some damage control in regards to what happened. Crises are going to happen. That's definitely an area that you just can't avoid in life, but it's how you are able to recover from a crisis is what people will remember. And so the Spokane community and students, staff, and faculty need to know that Spokane Community College is addressing the issues in regards to technology implementation and how this will impact future crises based around technology. Spokane Community College will also be able to play a role in future conversations about any Washington State Board of Community and Technical College implementations of programs, services, or software across the entire Washington State districts. This is going to be important for Spokane Community College to make sure that they are letting their voice be heard and be able to explain challenges that the institution faced due to trying to become one with all 34 institutions within the system. Another area for Spokane Community College to focus on into the future in regards to short-term goals is facilities and equipment maintenance. The institution started in 1963, as I shared in the Fast Facts. This means some of the buildings are going to be over 50 to 60 years old within the next decade. These buildings are going to require further maintenance to ensure their usability for students, staff, and faculty. Deferred maintenance is an area that can and oftentimes has been pushed to the side due to financial constraints within the institution's budget. Major areas of emphasis are going to be addressing CTE facilities. The facilities have been able to produce over 75% of placements in jobs for the Spokane County and inland Northwest communities. However, the institution's facilities are beyond repair in some areas, with the staff and faculty doing their best to be able to provide an education for their students. CTE facilities are going to be a major investment the institution is going to have to look at over the next 5 to 10 years. Another area of emphasis would be diversity, equity, and inclusion. As I shared in the presentation of the current context of Spokane Community College, the institution has made commitments in increasing their diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives and educational opportunities on campus. Racial ethnic minority groups will be increasing over the next 5 to 10 years, per a report from Greater Spokane Incorporated, one of the business associations in the area. One of the reasons for this is that the city of Spokane has been and will continue to remain a sanctuary city. What this means is that the city will not release information of immigrants to local, state, or federal agencies without a warrant. The city has also decided to not compile a list of Muslims and or immigrants from Middle Eastern nations, which has been one of the areas the current presidency has been discussing at the federal level. Socioeconomic divide is also another area for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Spokane County identifies it as 80% white as of the 2010 census. However, in that area, one of the biggest gaps within the white identified community is socioeconomics. There are those who have and those who do not have. And this is one of those areas when we think about the scope of diversity that we have an opportunity to engage more people in the conversation. It's not just about racial and ethnic minorities. It's also talking about socioeconomic issues that oftentimes can be masked by people and society. Spokane Community College will have the opportunity to be able to discuss how are they able to provide an economical education for residents of Spokane. We want to make sure that the community college continues to live up to its institutional mission of being open access and available for anyone who is willing and able to gain an education. Moving on to our long-term goals, we will look at some areas of emphasis for the next 10 to 20 years. One of the biggest challenges that Spokane Community College will have to face over the next 10 to 20 years is the continual conversation about the role of higher education. Is higher education about intellectual leisure getting that opportunity to go learn big ideas, develop critical thinking skills, or is it about workforce development, making sure that students who graduate from these institutions are able to work in the workforce? Two of the biggest areas that are focus areas for the role of higher education is the higher cost of education. Attending Spokane Community College for 1 quarter costs about $3,000. One semester at Gonzaga University, tuition and fees will cost approximately $14,000. Spokane Community College has the opportunity to be able to leverage the cost of attendance for the community, especially as people are having these conversations about the role and cost of higher education. Spokane Community College can take advantage of the ability to have a great education for a lower cost. Another area for emphasis is the student workforce preparedness. Are graduates of higher education able to meet the workforce demands of employers, which include critical thinking, problem solving, working with diverse communities? And Spokane Community College will have the opportunity to look at how they are able to articulate how their students are prepared to do all of those things that employers are asking for through their curriculum. I would highly recommend that the institution be able to have their faculty be able to share how taking an English 101 class will prepare students for future employment. One of the biggest areas in regards to adult learning that can be addressed is the idea of reflection. If students are receiving these opportunities to learn how to be critical thinkers, problem solvers, and work with diverse communities, how are they able to express everything that they have learned through their time at the institution? Possible opportunity might be adding a capstone course where all students have to create a reflective portfolio talking about how they have been able to complete and learn skills that employers want in the future. In regards to economic impact, Spokane County and the Inland Northwest will see lots of growth in regards to the University District, which is going to be home to the Washington State School of Medicine, as well as the University of Washington School of Medicine. This will mean great opportunities for students to be able to get an education at Spokane Community College and or partnerships with both of those institutions. Another area of economic impact will be a growth in conference services. Over the last 5 to 10 years, the Facilities District of Spokane has increased their ability to host larger and larger conferences in the area. That will mean Spokane Community College will have an opportunity similar to what happened in the 70s with the World's Fair and Expo to prepare graduates and community members to meet the high demand jobs in the tourism industry. Since this is our last class presentation for the history of higher education, I thought I'd share with you some personal reflections on my own learning as a part of this course. One of the areas that I have learned so much about as a part of this course, especially being someone who is not currently within the community college system, is the history of the community college. I appreciated learning about the Washington State Act of Community Colleges in 1967 and how that implemented major changes within the community college context. Also, it has been a great opportunity to learn about the Washington State governance process and to learn that Spokane Community College has strong ties to the region. Now, let's conclude this presentation with a reminder of what we've discussed today. Spokane Community College has great opportunities over the next 5 to 20 years. Those areas are going to include technology implementation, structural improvements and investments, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and talking about the future of higher education and the economic impact of Spokane Community College for the Inland Northwest. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at alvarado@oregonstate.edu or via the Facebook page. Here are the references, and have a great day.